Hi, my name is Sara Santana, and this is my tribute speech for Communications 111 with Mr. Brennan. To our immigrant parents, no words nor actions are capable of explaining how blessed I as your daughter feel to have been born into your care. It is because of you that I'm able to live the life that I do. The sleepless nights you faced, all the times you've worked from sunrise to sunset, all the pain and struggles that you've battled in silence will one day be recompensed to my success. Because of you both, at the age of 5, I almost dreamt about becoming a fireman or princess. I dreamt of the day I graduated high school. I dreamt of the day you got to watch me walk across the stage wearing my cap and gown and think to yourselves, it was worth it. All the sacrifice and hard work was worth it. You left it all to give me the blessing of a proper education, and approximately a year from now, your efforts of giving my siblings and I a better life will be recompensed. The 5-year-old little girl who once daydreamed in her kindergarten class about graduating will walk the stage wearing a cap and gown, ready to receive her diploma. Something that wouldn't have been possible without all your sacrifice, guidance, and love. Forgive me, Dad, for the times I called you mean and a bad father for missing my school conferences, choir concerts, and even my birthdays. As a kid, I didn't understand why you weren't there for my proudest moments, but as I have grown, I now understand. I now know that you work the way that you do so I can have a roof over my head, a bed to sleep in, clothes on my body, and a full stomach. The anger elementary school Sarah once felt has now turned into gratitude and love. As I look back now, no matter how many hours you had just worked, despite your pain and exhaustion, you always found the time to take my sister and I to the park and listen to our pointless stories. And to my mother, I'm sorry for the times that I made you feel bad when you weren't able to help me with my math homework or drive me to my friends' birthday parties. I now understand. I now understand that because of poverty, you never even made it to the 7th grade. But despite your limitations, you always did what you could, even if that was simply helping me color my projects. I now know you gave me your all. And to every immigrant parent, it is because all you've done for us as your children that I 100% believe that there is no love greater than the one of a parent to their child. From one day to another, you put our lives, opportunities, futures, and needs and dreams before your own. You made the decision that you'd migrate north in order to give us the life we never even dared to dream about having. In the blazing sun, you packed a gallon of water, pictures, and a rosary in hopes of reaching what most take for granted. You hug your family goodbye, not knowing what will happen next, with no knowledge of when you'll see them again or if you'll ever make it to the other side of the border, but you left. You left for us. In 100-degree weather, you walk mile after mile, not knowing where you'll end up, but you keep going, despite the burning sensation under the soles of your feet and toes, taking the smallest sips of water to make sure that 1 gallon lasts the entire trip. The one thing that keeps you walking is no longer energy or strength. It is the future of your children. You watched people given to the pain die as a result of heat stroke or dehydration. You witnessed the cruelty that mothers, children, and fathers experienced under the care of Border Patrol. You watched the tears flow from their eyes once they were detained. The tears were not for themselves. Those tears were for their children who wouldn't have the opportunity of a proper education, food in their stomachs, access to health care, or things most take for granted, like the carpet that protects our feet from the cold, a clean water supply, clothes to wear, or even a pencil and paper. Those were tears of desperation. Those people were desperate to provide for their families and didn't make it. Thanks to you, we will never have to experience those tears. We will never have to worry about wiping the tears of our kids when we can't provide and they're hungry. We will never have to know the feeling of telling them to drink water to scare the hunger away, or having to tell our 7-year-olds we can no longer afford to keep them in school. We will never get denied immediate health care because we don't have enough money. Thanks to all your sacrifices, we live the life we live, full of opportunities we would never have had if it weren't for you. The sweat on your forehead will never be taken for granted. All the tears you have dropped, struggles you've faced, hours you've worked, insults you've ignored, barriers you've overcome, funerals you've missed, it'll all be worth it. We'll make something from ourselves, and it'll all have been made possible because of you. And although nothing could compare to all you've done for us, we hope to one day repay and care for you the same way you've cared for us. Thank you.